All right, we got Dialga versus 7 Justin.
And we're going to be seeing a very similar matchup where now
So Dialga is still playing as Bayonetta, and 7 Justin is playing the female Byleth.
Justin, and already Dialga, before I could even get my first breath out here,
and I thought we were going to go to the losers finals, but we have to go to the winners finals first.
But you know what? On the other side, I recall Justin, he too was able to apply that pressure right out the gate too. So it really comes down to who's going to be able to swing first the hardest. That's really what I'm looking forward to out of this. Who's going to have that hot start and really just jump ahead with that percentage.
Yeah, and 7 Justin getting back into this one, Vicky, but just really reading the aerial recovery of Dialga. And that's what you have to do if you're Violet. Use your long extended hitbox to create some separation, create some distance, try to keep Dialga and Bayo in that disadvantage state.
Yeah, Violet's not only using a sword, having the ability to use the whip as well to try to keep Dialga in the air. And since Dialga's constantly trying to rotate around Justin's space, Justin's going to be able to take care of that, using that nair.
Don't let 7 Justin take you out, Dialga.
And just trying to keep you out of her personal space. She may not have that mobility, but when it comes to Dialga putting himself above her, that's going to be a pretty big factor to look out for.
Oh. Come on. Oh. 7 Justin escaped it. No!
Which time succession, like it's few and far between where you really get to hit and you put yourself in a situation like that. I thought the up smash would have done him, but apparently just not enough to get rid of the stock. I'm not sure what really took place there, but that was definitely an odd exchange that Justin actually ends up benefiting off as he gets that first stock off.
Yeah, and lots and all that excitement was 7 Justin taking that first stock. And Vicky, one thing that stands out to me with Violet is the options for recovery. We know that up B can be utilized a lot of different ways to recover from different angles. That's going to make it much harder for Dialga and Bayo to read those recoveries like they did in the last couple of matches.
Yeah, as you saw right there, actually, 7 Justin a few times in the last
7 Justin is getting stronger.
Way of getting back to the stage. Now mixing it up around Dialga, where
I hope Dialga can still win. Yeah!
With that offstage pressure, now taking care of 7 Justin's first stock. Despite this disadvantage that he's at 77% his second stock, it's a little tough as 7 Justin's been doing a really good job at being wary of Dialga, trying to really overextend off stage and try to gimp him.
Yeah, 7 Justin with that terrific back here, such a safe approach tool here, EE, and that really allows them to maintain stage control while staying outside of that range of Bayonetta, and that's the advantage you have to utilize in this matchup.
Well, absolutely agree. And another thing, too, you got to consider the fact, okay, yes, I'm down in percentage, but there's plenty of...
Oh my gosh. I think 7 Justin's going to win. I don't know. I don't know who to root for.
2-1 stock advantage, trying to be the first person to take a game from Dialga. Dialga, though, trying to hang on. Already has 7 Justin in triple digits. A quick KO here would quickly even things up after 7 Justin has really been in control for most of this game. 7 Justin, though, Vicky, that nair, as you mentioned, such a really useful...
Oh, a tiebreaker.
How about that stock from Dialga, Vicky, to even things up?
Yeah, evening it up, and now Dialga back in the game here with that down air. 7 Justin being able to utilize that nair that you were talking about out of shield and getting the grab forward. Doesn't want to DI right in, or else he's going to get faced with another
7 Justin won.
Dialga unable to get back into the stage.
EE, what did we see right there as they tried to get back on stage? Because that isn't like Dialga to mess up like that and get a gimp early.
So Dialga lost.
You never really see Dialga, somebody who just obviously been proven to be quite sick at this game, just kind of running out of resources. But I do credit the fact, the pressure was not letting up, right? That's something you have to
and
as well. So you're thinking, all right,
7 Justin is going to the grand finals.
Do some of my bear combos, you start to accumulate more damage. But no, you're thinking one step too far, bro. You gotta get back to the stage first, man. Just ran out of those options, just plummeted to his demise on that exchange.
So 7 Justin.
All right, round 2.
Game off of Dialga.
Oh wait,
Dialga back
what I said before.
Down 0-1, trying to get back into this
when 7 Justin is going to the grand finals, I didn't mean to say that. I don't know what I can't talk today.
I would say
I don't know what I'm
utilizing
saying.
platforms is going to be his best bet. He doesn't want to be hanging out he doesn't want to hang out above Justin too much. We saw that Justin was able to shut him down with these nairs. Now being able to
7 Justin isn't going to the grand finals just yet.
Right now, actually, just using the platform for 7 Justin to come to him.
We'll see what we'll see what will come.
It's going to be a little bit more difficult for 7 Justin to maneuver himself around, but now with the platforms out of the picture here, the pacing of the match is definitely going to change.
Yeah, and it seems like if you're 7 Justin, you have to find any way that you possibly can. And there's
Oh, yeah.
time making things work for Dialga. Taking the first stock in style, my man.
Yeah, hit him with that Mayweather hate, you know what I'm saying? That hate maker. You can just tell, man, the punch is coming through. And that's kind of what we expect from Dialga at this point. So more of a familiar
Oh, come on. Yeah. Looks like Dialga's going to the grand finals.
Dialga dancing off the stage to go ahead and claim that second stock from 7 Justin. Now 7 Justin in a really difficult situation. It seems like Dialga has made the necessary adjustments here. And Vicky, it's 7 Justin's inability to break these combos from Dialga. They're just so efficient. You have no reaction time to get out before you're taking 30, 40, 50% damage.
We're seeing the Dialga versus 9 match currently, where Dialga is now pushing full force, holding forward because he has that momentum on his side. Now being able to bounce off the stage to avoid that forward smash attempt from 7 Justin, but because Dialga was able to utilize the witch twist off stage and actually give 7 Justin as he was trying to in that first game, now he has such a significant lead. It's going to be almost a wrap here for 7 Justin if he tries to see himself back in the game.
7 Justin's really going to have to play really a perfect game to get back into this one. Dialga, as we said, just so efficient early on with those combos, with those edge guards as well, too. And in these situations, I mean, you've seen them time and time again. You can't overthink things. If you're Dialga, just keep doing what you're doing.
Oh! Now Dialga's going to the grand finals.
Dialga quickly evening things up. 1-1, putting on yet another clinic, my friend.
It's very rare you see a player.
All right, we got a tiebreaker. Looks like we're going to have a round 3.
At that higher percent, like it's going to take so much on Justin's end just to get it done. But honestly, at that point, you kind of maybe just accept defeat and say, okay, I have the counter pick advantage going into the next game. Let me save my energy for that, and maybe even mix it up a little bit. Because if the Byleth has any kind of, if anything holds similar to what we just saw, you might want to switch off that roster. And you do have the character knowledge to do so.
Yeah, you really do. And Vicky, we just saw that with Byleth. You've got some extended hitboxes, as we mentioned before, but once you can get inside those hitboxes and create that pressure, it seems like Bayo had the frame data and the aggressiveness to really take advantage of that up-close, brawling style play that we saw. And it was really 7 Justin just being bopped around in the air for the majority of that game.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see any witch times coming forward despite the first time we saw it. I mean, he didn't need to use it because he just kept keeping 7 Justin off stage. And there's a reason why Dialga's name is Dialga, Pokemon of time here. And now being able to utilize that time to his advantage, now taking it to another
Oh, that's
stage,
why the player
Dialga
named himself Dialga.
I do expect a change, though, from 7 Justin.
Oh, 7 Justin's using Mr. Game & Watch.
I think a character that we actually haven't seen 7 Justin use at all throughout this entire bracket.
I love it, EE. I love it. Why not? We talked about 80-plus characters. This is what you can do. All right, take me through the mind of 7 Justin. You all of a sudden go from Byleth, one of the newest characters that have joined this roster.
Yeah, toss him.
Watch historically the oldest fighter when it comes to Nintendo lore.
Yeah, it's interesting because, obviously we know how he piloted Cloud to get to this point. We've seen Chrom, we've seen Byleth, so we seem to have an affinity for the sword characters, but then you just throw a Mr. Game & Watch in what is easily your most important match to this point. Winners Finals, game number 3, trying to get the Grand Secret. You must have a lot of faith in this character, so I'm very invested to see what we're about to see.
And Vicky, with Mr. Game & Watch, you've got one of the most incredible up Bs out of shield, out of any fighter in this game. You figure you can possibly utilize that to sort of break up some of that pressure you're going to face from Bayonetta throughout this game.
Yeah, we could also play in this matchup the floor is lava because Mr. Game & Watch also loves to use that up B out of shield to try to contest Dialga, just trying to push in with a witch twist instead of prop up 7 Justin.
Oh, no. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got so worried there.
A little flub right there, using the hammer by accident as he does try to get back into the stage, and you see him try to also use a down smash, which actually grounds the opponents, that he can just follow up with a forward smash. And a character as light as Bayo, you could kiss your stock goodbye, especially at 103, but
oh yeah,
kiss goodbye to 7 Justin stock, as Mr. Game & Watch is considered one of the lighter characters on the roster.
As you mentioned, that lightweight for Mr. Game & Watch means as soon as you see
come on,
the light is green for Dialga and Bayonetta taking that first stock. But we mentioned up B out of shield for Mr. Game & Watch, but we saw that a few times, that witch twist coming out of that shield, leading into a lot of those combos.
No, Dialga.
Get out of jail free card, something that Bayonetta can really kind of hang her hat on for sure. And the efficiency as well between both these guys that we're just seeing right off the gate. Again, when you are in a situation where you have this much on the line and you're essentially bringing out a fresh character we have not seen to this point.
Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Good.
Stock for too long. My man went all the way up and just
Volley him like a volleyball.
Climbing the ladder, Dialga once again. Not slowing down at all. The witch time connects. It's going to lead into another combo leading off the stage. And you know you're in trouble when it's Dialga just relentless off this map. And this is what it is, Vicky. Doesn't matter what character you choose, Dialga will adjust and continue to apply that pressure.
And Dialga unfazed with the Nair actually being able to clip out of the witch time. Still continuously using the witch time as the time does tick away the more you try to use it. And now being...
Oh, yeah. Oh, not there yet.
With Seven Justin still living at 140, but as Game & Watch, that may not be for very long.
Seven Justin really against the ropes here. All it is just Dialga and Bayo taking you up to the rafters and trying to hang you like a banner at this point to go ahead and close this out here, EE. And really the stage...
Oh! Alright, so Dialga's going to the grand finals.
2-1, so credit Seven Justin for taking a game, but it's Dialga that'll go ahead and move on to grand finals.
Yeah, at that point, I mean, I know my man's name is Seven Justin. I feel like he plays at least 20 fighters. It don't matter. The whole roster at Dialga at that point, he would not be denied. That was an absolute blowout victory, and big ups to him. He definitely earned his spot in grand finals.
Dialga taking care of business against Seven Justin. Let's go ahead and take a look at the updated bracket as we continue to march along in our top 4 here out of Region 5 and 6. As we mentioned, the East Coast, out of nearly 2,000 fighters, this is the cream of the crop.
All right, I'm going to stop the camera and then
that means up next we have the
head to the next video.
Taking on 9 and